It is finally here. El Tráfico is right around the corner. Huge game tonight. How's it going, everyone? Excited to see what happens. Excited to see what happens with this game. It's a battle for first place. And we got two giants, the 1-2 of the Western Conference. I couldn't be more excited to watch this game. El Tráfico. I love El Tráfico. William says, I love El Tráfico. Greetings from Ecuador. How's it going, William? Got a big game tonight. El Tráfico to decide who is going to be the first place finisher in the Western Conference right around the corner. Did you guys see the starting lineup? Looks pretty good. Both sides looks really good. Lewis O'Brien starting for LAFC. Hold on a second. It looks like something happened with the game. We have Lewis O'Brien getting a start for LAFC. We have, obviously, Olivier Giroud is playing. Matty Bogusz playing on the right wing. No Kike Oliveira starting. But here on the LA Galaxy side, Marco Reus is starting. Got Riqui Puig. Diego Fagundes is playing because Joseph Paintsel is hurt. But Gabriel Peck, I mean, this is a pretty star-studded lineup on both sides. This is going to be a very, very good game, and I can't wait to see what happens. It should be exciting. These games are always very exciting. Curious what you guys think. Who do you have winning tonight? Going to be a very exciting game. And if LAFC wins this game, this would be the first time in this series in El Tráfico that a team has swept the other club in the regular season. It's never been done before. Very hard thing to do. So they can do that. That'd be a very impressive feat for them to do this season. No one's ever done that since the start of this rivalry in 2018. And plus, another interesting thing is the LA Galaxy are undefeated at Dignity Health Sports Park this season. So that would be another impressive win for LAFC also, just to get the sweep and to be the first team to beat the LA Galaxy at home this year. You see I don't know if you guys are watching it at home, but LA Galaxy have 52 points. LAFC have 48 points. LAFC have 2 games in hand over the LA Galaxy. So whoever wins this game truly will probably win the Western Conference this year. And that's crucial because they'll get home field advantage for their entire playoffs. So if LA Galaxy are able to win this game, and they've had such a great home record, a perfect home record, they'll be able to host every game at home in the playoffs. That's a huge deal. Mr. It's 3:30 a.m. here. I've not long got back home. I was out with a few mates tonight, currently about to watch the game on mute and watching this stream on my phone. Mr. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate the support. Always consistent with the streams and the videos. Really do appreciate it. Should be a good game tonight. What's your score prediction for this game? Who do you think is going to win? I think it's going to be a very close match. I think they're really going to need Puig. I think LA Galaxy are going to need Puig to have a very big game. He's kind of disappointed in the last 2 El Tráfico matches. They're going to need Marco Reus to probably do something tonight, I think, to be able to win. The LAFC are going to really need Denis Bounaga to show up. It's funny, the 2 key players on both sides of each team, Puig and Bounaga, they have disappeared in some bigger games. Well, more specifically, disappeared. Puig has in the last 2 El Tráficos, and then Bounaga disappeared in the Leagues Cup final. They need both of these players to step up tonight if they want to win this match. Who do you think will be a standout player today? I have a feeling that the two European vets are going to be the standouts today. I think it's going to be Marco Royce, and I think that Olivier Giroud are going to be the two standout players on both sides of the ball for or both sides of each team tonight. That's my prediction. These kickoffs never start on time. Never start on time. I'm glad I don't do them 15 minutes. I'm glad I don't do the live streams 15 minutes before the match anymore because they we would be waiting a long time. I mean, we did it 5 minutes. Actually, we did it like probably 1 minute before 10:30 Eastern time, 7:30 Central time, and even still, they haven't started the match. Let's while we're waiting, let's look at the Western Conference standings because I am curious about if anybody else. Okay, so like I said a minute ago, LA Galaxy have 52 points. LAFC have 40, or let's see, why did I switch over there? Okay, LA Galaxy have 52 points. LAFC have 48 points. RSL have 47 points. RSL is actually getting beaten right now, pretty badly, actually, by the Dynamo. So if LAFC were to lose this match, they're still 1 point behind Real Salt Lake, but they have 2 games in hand. Um, so maybe RSL could pass them up. I don't know. I seriously doubt it. Um, that would be a tall task, I would say. But so and then Colorado's 45 with 28 games. I would say that even if LAFC were to lose this game, they're most likely still going to be they're still most likely going to be the second place at least. They still have a chance to be the first place team in the Western Conference. So they still have a chance to be the first place team in the Western Conference, even if they lose this game. It's just going to be a lot more difficult because that would put LA Galaxy at 55. They'd be at 48, still 2 games in hand. So they would be, even if they get LAFC catch up in games and win both of them, they would be a point behind. It's going to be kind of a tall task to take the first place in the Western Conference. So they both desperately need this game, and this game is such a big deal. I don't know why the promotion has been so lackluster, just little promotion for this match. It's the finale of the El Tráfico this season, and this is huge implications for the playoffs. This is first seed in the Western Conference, home field advantage throughout the entire playoffs. Uh, LA Galaxy undefeated this year at home. So there's just a lot of stake. I don't understand why they didn't promote this game, a week before before today. They didn't really start promoting it until like the last 3 days. And I'm not even talking about the clubs. I'm talking about the league. The league should be promoting big games like this all week long, every single day, 3 to 4 tweets a day. Honestly, hit it home, beat a dead horse. And I don't know if you guys saw this. It's a pretty cool moment. I was actually in the LA Galaxy promo vid for this game. I thought that was pretty interesting. Kind of caught me off guard a little bit. Wasn't expecting that. Mister, I can see this being the Western Conference title game. Yeah, it could be. These are 2 legitimate MLS Cup contenders. So I think it could be. It could be. I had a prediction. I told Nick. I don't know if you guys caught that stream. I told him that I believe, or maybe it was the El Tráfico preview game. I believe the loser of this match will end up winning the Western Conference. So the loser of this game will win the Western Conference. Javier Mendoza says, appreciate your work. Found you when you and Adam first spoke on Potch. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Love doing these live streams. Yeah, Adam Turner's a good friend of mine. He normally he will occasionally do an MLS video with me. Very occasionally, he did a Leagues Cup video with me, but mostly me and him do national team stuff. So I appreciate it. Jump for LA Football Club. Ole ole. Probably because it's not the Rose Bowl, 4th of July, El Tráfico. My friend Nick, he actually sent me, Nick Chastain, the Voices of Black and Gold host, sent me some pictures, and it looks like the LAFC have a pretty uh, big crowd here tonight. Looks like they have several fans at Dignity Health Sports Park, which is impressive. Looks like they have the 3252. There's a lot of people showing up to this game. I don't know an exact number, but it looks like there's quite a bit of people from the 3252 at the Dignity Health Sports Park. Slushy says, hoping Shrundalo chokes tonight. Are you an LA Galaxy fan, or are you just hoping he chokes in general? Just because you don't like, did the USMNT rumors kind of fire you up about Steve Shrundalo? Why will the loser win the Western Conference? I think that the loser win the Western Conference because if LAFC wins this game, winning 3 times in a row against one team in a year is insane. It's very hard to do. So if they play a 4th time, I don't think that the Galaxy would lose to them because it's hard to beat your rival 4 times in a row. But if the Galaxy are able to beat LAFC, then I believe LAFC will have a chip on their shoulder, and they will probably beat the Galaxy in the playoffs. Why game not starting? They're always late with the games. It's always 10 to 15 minutes past when it's supposed to start. But it looks we're finally kicking off here. Looks like it's a pretty decent showing. Looks like there's several fans there. There might be a couple empty seats for this game, but people are, LA traffic, it's 7:41, so there's probably people just trying to get to the game. El Tráfico, let's go. Come on. This is going to be a crucial game, exciting. Let's see what happens. I think it's I want to say the Galaxy are going to win just because LA. It's really hard to win 3 in a row against your rival. It's really hard to win 3 in a row. Both. I'm a Galaxy fan and a USMNT fan. Yeah, so you definitely did not want Shrundalo is the USMNT manager. I did not want him as USMNT manager as well, but probably for different reasons. Robert Cardoza says, I can't believe they don't show it on a regular cable television. It's disgusting. Now, they do have a linear deal with Fox. So they do show some games. I don't know if this game is actually on linear television, but they should have made it free on Apple TV if it wasn't on Fox. They should have definitely made it on Apple TV for free. So that way everybody can watch this because this is the biggest game. This is the biggest rivalry. I had some people in the comment section tell me that this, not today, but when I did the preview, saying that Portland Timbers versus Seattle was the biggest rivalry in MLS. And I mean, it was at one time, but since these two teams have been in the league, LAFC joined the league in 2018. This has been the biggest rivalry to me. These are some iconic games. And plus, Portland and Seattle has had an up and down last couple years, but Portland has really had a terrible last couple years. So I think that definitely hurts the rivalry. Ooh. Is that Bounaga? Bounaga with a shot on goal? Now, LA Galaxy are really going to need their back line to play well today if they want to win because their back line is such a huge liability. That's honestly the biggest reservation I've had about them being an MLS Cup contender is that they don't have a good back line. Their back line's terrible. And if your back line is that bad, you better be pouring in the goals. Jaden the man says LAFC Vela. Yeah, I don't know if Vela's at the game tonight. I don't know where he's at. But yes, we did a live stream last night talking about how Carlos Vela is back with LAFC. The legend has returned, and it will be interesting to see when he gets to play his first game back and see what he's able to do after taking a 9-month break off of. What the heck is going on here? You guys still hear me? Can you guys still hear me? Okay, yeah, my mixer was doing something weird. I don't know what's going on with that. Um, I think I think you meant MLS, is making a mistake by not broadcasting the games on one of the normal broadcast channels. I can watch the Premier League every week on cable. Yeah, they took the money. That's why that's the case. Oh, Matty Bogusz with the first goal. Mistake by Yoshida. Mm. LA, is he offside? Okay, no, he's onside. I can barely hear the game. So LAFC score first. Matty Bogusz puts it in the back of the net. LAFC up 1-0 on LA Galaxy. Wow. Matty Bogusz puts LAFC on the board first. 1-0 LAFC. Let's see what happened. It looked like a bad giveaway from Yoshida. Okay, so it was a pass from Bounaga, deflected off of Yoshida, and then Matty Bogusz with the header, just capitalizing on an opportunity. Terrible luck for the LA Galaxy. LAFC up 1-0. So back to your question about MLS and the linear television. So MLS wanted to chase the money. The linear networks, ESPN, Fox Sports, they weren't offering them a lot of money, and they really needed to get cash out on this deal because they were hurting. They were really banking on this. So reportedly, they were offered less money than what the previous deal was, which was paying them $65 million annually. So they took the $250 million annually by Apple TV, and it's definitely an interesting move. I do think streaming is the future, but I think that they might have cashed out a little too early. I don't think streaming is going to be as predominant right now as it will be in maybe 5 to 6 years. So I do think that they're limiting a lot of their audience by being only on streaming. So I agree with you. They should at least make the game free. If it's a big game like this, they should at least make this game should be free on Apple TV right now. Tráfico matches should always be free to view. Yep, exactly. My comment about the Rose Bowl game was a response to your question about why MLS doesn't promote this one as much. They really spent so much money, really spent so many resources doing the 4th of July derby, unfortunately. Yeah, but also, too, you got to think this is like the biggest, this game right here means the most because it's for the first place in the Western Conference. You would think they'd be promoting this one, trying to get people excited. I mean, naturally, you should be fired up because all the things are at stake here. A sweep, first place the Western Conference, LA Galaxy's first home loss possibly this season. So you think that they would have promoted this a little more. I started out as an LA Aztec fan before Galaxy came to town, but I do like LAFC. So you like LA Galaxy and LAFC? You might be the first of your kind. Javier Mendoza says, I want to take my wife to an MLS game. Any recommendations? I live in Southern California in terms of what team and match up. Have you been to an LAFC game or an LA Galaxy game before? I mean, that would be the most convenient spot for you to go to, honestly, unless you live closer to San Diego, which I would just wait till they start play next year. Oh, Campos with a shot. Having Phil Neville as a manager hasn't done Portland any favors. Yeah, Phil Neville's terrible. I don't know how he got another job. That's the thing. MLS, I know that happens in Premier League too, but the MLS coaches are really bad. I don't know how some of these bad coaches just continuously get recycled and get job after job after job. Anyone know a free site I can watch it on or not? I honestly don't know. I mean, maybe you can get a free subscription. I mean, it's really cheap right now on Apple TV. I think I think you can. I think it actually might be. I can't remember what the deal is, but they did some type of um, discounted rate for subscribers because there's only a few months left of the season. So you'll have to check in with that. This is definitely not an ideal start for the LA Galaxy early on. This is definitely not an ideal start for them. Riqui Puig taking the free kick. Need Gabriel Peck to step up today too. I'm curious how Marco Royce will play today too. Marco Royce obviously had the one game where he had 2 goals and assists. But at 35 years old, it's really hard to rely on him too much. I think that they have to. I think that when you're at that age, it's probably hit or miss how much you're performing. Especially, I don't think he really played that much at Dortmund towards the latter half of his career. So to go from a bench player or a super sub at the latter part of your career to being back in the starting 11 and being a key contributor might be a little difficult. I mean, age catches up to everybody. So I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what he can do down the stretch of the season. Having Jovic back is huge, though, too, because Jovic, when he plays, he's been lethal. I was born and raised in Torrance. My first AYSO coach, and then my Pacific Soccer League was Ziggy Schmidt. Oh, nice. That's awesome. I would say that'd be cool just to go to try to go to a San Diego FC game next year. If you want to travel a little bit, I heard Providence Park is crazy. I'd like to go there. Now they're not very good, the Timbers, but I heard that that's a really cool place to go watch a game. So I highly recommend going to a Timbers match. Manuel Villalobos, a member of the chat or member of the channel, excuse me, just got back from the hotel from Hell is Real Derby. Fun game. A draw is a good result. Didn't that end in a 0-0 draw? I think, if I'm not mistaken. See, the scary thing about this game so far, too, is I believe that if I mentioned that the Galaxy's defense or back four is a liability, and if they're already conceded a goal, it's not a good sign. Ooh, it's good vision by Puig. Riqui Puig, possibly the best passer in MLS, maybe, depending on what fan base you support. Guys, if you haven't already, make sure you like this video. Share with a friend. Let's try to grow the El Tráfico crowd as big as we can tonight. It's going to be a crazy game. A lot at stake. LAFC, LA Galaxy battling for the first place in the Western Conference. Two teams that hate each other. Possibly the first sweep in the existence of this rivalry in a season. So make sure you like it, share with a friend, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and hit that little bell notification so you never miss a video. What do you guys think so far through 12 minutes? How you feeling about the game? Is it what you expected? Are the Galaxy in trouble? I tell you what, LAFC signing that Brazilian center back though, that's a crazy good get. He looks like he's going to be a really good piece. I thought the center back was a spot that they still need to add some depth. So getting him, that was a good move. I think that's a good piece to add to this team, and then also getting Vela back. I mean, this team, Miami is like a heavy hitter because of all the attacking talent they have, but LAFC just has so much depth. They have so much depth. They're really they're going to be a hard team to deal with in the playoffs just because they have so much every position. They're not weak at any position. Now Aaron Long starting is definitely still a liability to me. I'm not if you guys have followed me for a while, you know I'm not a big fan of Aaron Long, but They're just so well-rounded from top to bottom. And if they can get Olivier Giroud to start bagging in some goals, then they're really gonna be doing well. So it'll be interesting to see. Now the Brazilian, I think he had a failed physical with a Saudi team, if I'm not mistaken. Ooh. So I don't know what the circumstances are there, but they probably just got lucky. Got lucky with a being able to get a guy who's pretty respectable. Um, I think they're getting a good center back on a free, and he should be able to help quite a bit. I think they missed Chiellini a lot this year. Villalobos, Manuel Villalobos says LAFC win tonight, then get hammered by Cincy next week. Well, I don't know. That'd be interesting. They could, but since he hasn't really been playing well lately, honestly, I think Lucho's still trying to get back in form. I think LAFC could probably handle Cincy at this point. The only teams that really scare me with LAFC, or there's three teams that scare me with LAFC: the Galaxy because of rivalry, Inter Miami because of the attacking talent they have, and Columbus because Wilfred Nancy has Steve Cherundolo's number. Oh, Denis Bounaga with the crazy angle. Wow. Wow. Denis Bounaga with the crazy angle, man. Wow. God, this is getting brutal already. Jeez, man. This is not a good start for the LA Galaxy. Denis Bounaga with the incredible angle. Let's look at this replay. Let's see who got cooked on this. So Jalen Neal. Dude, what is Yoshida doing? Why did he pull back like that? Why did he go left? He should have stayed in front of goal. Oh, this is going to be a tough, man. This is going to be a tough comeback for the Galaxy. 2-0. I don't know if anybody in chat knows, but has in this rivalries or in the history of this rivalry, has a team ever been down 2-0 and came back and won? Has that ever happened in this rivalry? Has a team ever been down 2-0 and came back and won? God, what a nightmare start for the LA Galaxy. Not ideal. Ross Hagen says trying to buy the season pass because of the discount, but the site is bugged out for me, won't let me buy it. If you have an iPhone, try to do it on your phone. I don't know if you're doing it on a whatever you're trying to do it on. If you're doing it on your phone, try it on the computer. If you're trying it on the computer, try it on your phone. Man, what was that from Yoshida? Yoshida's not having a good game. Yoshida is like 36 years old, man. He's the weakest part of this team. The defense is so bad. Xiaoyan says, Galaxy are cooked, my friend. Hey, welcome to the chat, man. Yeah, it's not looking good. Now, do you think your Seattle Sounders could beat these teams, though? Now, the Sounders obviously struggle against LAFC, but could the Sounders beat the LA Galaxy? Jaden the Man says Galaxy's defense. Yeah, Galaxy's defense has been their kryptonite. Not good. Too many goals conceded. Need to pull one back here. Need Gabriel Peck, need Marco Royce, need Riqui Puig to step up along with the defense. Neal got cooked. Yeah, Jalen Neal. He's still trying to find his form. He missed a lot of the early part of the season. So I think he's just still trying to get settled in. Ooh, what a pass to Jovic. Oh! Terrible month to be a USMNT and Galaxy fan. Yeah, it's not been good. Well, hey, we got Poch though, so it's at least looking up for us, right? Quality from Bounaga. Yeah, that angle was crazy. That was a great goal. That's what Bounaga does. That's what I said before the game. I said Bounaga has to step up if this team wants to win. Bounaga cannot disappear. He's got to contribute. He's got to score some goals. He's got to create chances. He cannot disappear or they don't have a chance to win. Bounaga is the X factor for this LAFC team. Galaxy are creating some chances, though. Galaxy look like they might have LAFC on their heels, might score a goal here soon. The first El Tráfico. Oh, was the first El Tráfico 2-0? Was it 2-0 and they came back and won? I can't remember. I'm there's been so many games. I'm my mind is slipping. Is that what happened? The Zlatan debut. Yes, you're right. Yes, that's right. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I don't know why I slipped on that. Yes. So they were up. So the Galaxy were down 2-0. Were they down 2-0? Or was it 2-1? Because I remember Zlatan scored 2 goals to win it. Or did he score 2 goals to tie it? I can't remember. Obviously, he had the 50-yard goal, and then he had the late. I think it was the late header to either win or tie the game. It's been so long ago. It was like 6 years ago. It's crazy. Crazy debut. Yes, Galaxy were down 3-0 and won 4-3. When was that? Was that in the debut game? Was that the first El Tráfico? That's crazy if that was. I just remember all I remember from that game is the Galaxy, I think, won, and then the 2 goals by Zlatan after coming in the game off as a sub. The very first game, the comeback. Well, hey, we might see that again tonight. This game is so unpredictable. They could pull one back and they're right back in it, but it's obviously not a good start. Looks like Tillman's down, and is that Yoshida? Yeah, Yoshida and Tillman are both down. Timothy Tillman and Yoshida are both down. Don't know if you guys watched the Inter Miami game, but they are 11 points from breaking the MLS record for most points in a season. They are at 62 right now, and the record is New England with 73. They have 6 games left. Messi scored a brace and had an assist, and they look pretty dangerous, honestly. Messi's first game since June 1st. Didn't miss a beat. Looked pretty good. So they should be. They're going to probably break the record for the most goals or most points this season. Probably going to break the MLS record for biggest goal difference in MLS season. But they're most likely going to break that record for most points this season. Messi's got 14 goals in his this season, which is crazy because he's only played 13 games. So they're going to be a dangerous team if he can stay healthy. They're going to be a dangerous team too. That would be my favorite to represent the East against one of these two teams, because I think it's going to be between one of these two teams for the Western Conference representative in the MLS Cup. I've seen the Inter Miami goal highlights. Yeah, Messi, he looked crazy, huh? 37 years old, still doing it, looking like he's the same player we've seen all these years at Barca. Agent Winter says, "Yo, I'm pumped. We just beat RSL 4-1, our biggest home win yet this year, and first home win since June." Well, hey, that's good. That's good. I mean, you guys beating RSL pretty much eliminated RSL from being in first place in the Western Conference. They're pretty much out of it now, and I think that pretty much separates them from second place in the Western Conference. And I think Houston's in the playoffs, right? If the playoffs started today, they would be in the top 9, if I'm not mistaken, in the playoffs. I can't remember where they were when we were looking at the standings a couple minutes ago. Yeah, we're currently 5th place. Okay, so they should be good. Then they're going to be in the playoffs. Manuel says Crew and Inter both have a 24 goal difference. I don't know what the record is. Maybe they're not going to set the record. Now, it honestly, Manuel, it probably should be a little bit further, but the Crew just have such a good defense that they don't concede a lot of goals, even if they don't score as many as Inter Miami. Inter Miami's defense is so bad that even though they score, they always concede. Ooh, close shot by Marco Royce. Deflection. It's gonna be a corner for the LA Galaxy. Riqui Puig cannot have another disappointing game. He has got to show up. He can't have three. Oh, that's a nice pass. Oh, Riqui Puig can't have 3 games in a row in El Tráfico in one season where he disappears. He's got to show up. He has got to show up. Even with our outfield player as a goalkeeper. Yeah, right? That's crazy, huh? Feels like a lot of teams in MLS have outfielders as goalkeepers. Oh, header on goal by Joveljic. I think it'll be Inter Miami versus LAFC in the MLS Cup final with Shrundolo bottling it again. Yeah, I mean, Shrundolo's always choking in big finals. He's only got one out of the last 5, if I'm not mistaken. He definitely is definitely hasn't been winning in the MLS Cup final or winning in these championships since he won his first one, which, you could argue that Gareth Bell helped him out with that one. But hey, a championship's a championship. Riqui Puig, the beautiful pass to Fagundes. Oh, Fagundes saved by Hugo Lloris. Gotta have a little more power on it, man. Agent Winter says Miami would have to get a minimum of 5 wins and 1 draw to equal the record for most points ever. I don't. I think they have more than that though. Last I checked, they had 62. Um, I think they have 62 now. So I think they only need 11 points. So they need 4 wins to break the record. Yeah, so they have 6. So Agent Winters, they have 6 games left. They have 62 points. New England Revolution have 73 points as a record in 2021. So they need 11 points, and they would need to win 4 games to break the MLS all-time record for points. And let's see, 6. So 18 points are potentially on the table for Inter Miami. So if they were theoretically to win out, they would hit 80 points. They'd be the first team in MLS history to have 80 points in one season. That would be crazy. Pietro says Inter Miami. Dab. Yep. Inter Miami's looking pretty good right now. Pretty good. Oh, Peck whipping it in. Miss Header. Hey, Galaxy are threatening right now. They could pull one back. Galaxy are definitely threatening right now. Only takes one to get them back in this game. Definitely missing Joseph Paintsel right now. I know that they have a really good record with Fagundes starting, but they're definitely missing Joseph Paintsel. Anytime you have a DP out, it's a huge loss. Oh, I thought the record was 75. Yeah, it's 73. Isn't that crazy that the Revolution have the MLS record for points in a season? Isn't that wild? Give me one sec. I forgot to add something real quick. I forgot to turn this on. I forgot to add a couple hashtags to the stream. I don't know what I was thinking. Oh, deflection. Hey, at least a twist is not starting, right? There's a lot of fans that were upset with him. Gonna score again? Oh, all All right, sorry about that. Had to add the hashtags to the stream. And then after that, they got the record. They lost in the round one of the playoffs. Yeah, that was a weird year because of the pandemic, and they had the schedule to where you only played Eastern Conference teams. So it's kind of they have the record, but it kind of has an asterisk next to it. This is honestly an unrelated to the game in the question, but does anyone else find it really stupid how all keeper jerseys in the West are exact same design, just color swapped? I mean, honestly, there's a lot that pisses me off about the uniforms. I wish that teams could do their own brand, their own apparel deal. They didn't have to just do one as the whole league, but that's kind of an American thing. Wouldn't it be nice if a team could be Nike or Puma or Adidas or hell, even Under Armour was doing it at one time. Goalkeeper jerseys in MLS are bad. Yeah, I mean they're not too good. There's been a couple years where they weren't as bad, but yeah, I agree. Right now, not too good. Which of these teams have the better kit tonight? Who do you think you like LAFC's kit better or LA Galaxy's kit better? Drew was open twice and ignored open twice. What is going on? I can't believe Hollingshead. I don't think Hollingshead's bad. I think he's a better depth piece. I can't believe he's still starting, man. I can't believe he's still in the league. I think he had an incident too where he got like a really bad car wreck. Been a solid player though for LAFC since he's been there. He has been a very solid player. Ooh, good skill by Tillman. Bogush or O'Brien. Good pass to Bogush. Ooh, Bogush wide left. Could Galaxy score today? They better score. They're in trouble. Mister was the 2021 the year that New York won it. Yes, that was the year New York City won it. It was a really weird year. They beat the Timbers in the finals, if I'm not mistaken, in Portland. Man, Riqui Puig is off. He's just had a bad couple run in these El Tráfico matches. They really need him to step up. I mean, he single handedly won him the El Tráfico match in 4th of July in 2023. As an LA Galaxy fan, I knew we lose. I mean, hey, it's not over yet. They'd come back from a larger deficit than this, but their defense is going to have to play better. Yoshida cannot be having bad giveaways and he can't be getting cooked like he is. I mean, Neil and him are just they're not having a good first half. 30 minutes in, they're not having a good first half. Royce needs to do some magic today. Yeah, the game against St. Louis City, I think that was his debut where he had the 2 goals. I mean, he was able to pull something out for him last minute. So who knows? Maybe he'll be able to do that today. I think they got to score before the half, or it's going to be tough. They got to get at least one. They got to at least pull one back before the end of the half. Imagine if the LAFC were able to get Griezmann this summer as well. Imagine if he had ended up coming over. Surprised Torrio is playing. Is Brugman's hurt right now? Need Peck to step up. Ooh. Curious what the starting lineup's going to be. I don't think Vela's going to start. Like I said last night with my friend my friend Nick. I don't think Vela's going to start for LAFC. I think he'll be a super sub this year. I don't think he'll end up starting. Oh. So Ted Uncle is that Ted Uncle ref in this game? The infamous Ted Uncle. God, he's an interesting looking guy. I'll tell you that. Keep it nice. Interesting looking dude. Houston Dynamo will win the MLS Cup 4-0 over Miami. Zero bias, trust. Um, God, what's his name? Why is his name slipping my mind? Ben Olsen, lifetime deal if that happens, right? He beats Inter Miami for an MLS Cup, lifetime contract with the Houston Dynamo. If he was able to do that, that'd be crazy. Probably not going to happen, though. Sorry to burst your bubble. That's probably not going to happen. Ooh. Hard challenge by Diego Fagundes on Timothy Tillman. Yellow? Yep. Looks like he's getting a yellow. Ted Uncle. Yeah, he is bad. He's a very interesting. Interesting looking guy. Looks like I can't tell if there's empty seats this game or if it's I can't tell if there's empty seats this game or if it's the black jerseys that are kind of dark and you can't really tell if it's someone sitting there if it's empty or if it's LAFC fan. But it looks like the crowd's pretty good. It doesn't look like there's many empty seats. This is a pretty good showing. I mean, if I lived in the LA area, there's no way I would miss this game. Ooh, Cerrillo. Who do you got winning the US Open Cup? I want to say LAFC, but if don't really trust Steve Cherundolo's his track record in finals, right? I mean, he's known to choke in these games. So I want to say LAFC should win it, but I don't know. I'm kind of timid about it because of that. Very skeptical about him winning in the final because he's proven he keeps losing finals. They should win it though. LAFC should. LAFC's done a really good job neutralizing Gabriel Peck. Doing a really good job neutralizing him. Looks like Segura was the one on him. Looked like he was doing a good job, and looks like they're doubling him inside the box. Doing a real good job on him. Galaxy needs to sort their defense, always lacking at crucial times. Yeah. Jalen Neal, I think Jalen Neal just got a yellow. Yeah, the LA Galaxy's defense is a huge liability. That's like one of that honestly is one of the reasons why I'm skeptical. I think they could win MLS Cup, but it's like one of the biggest concerns I have is because of how bad their back four is. It's so bad, so bad. But the attacking talent is one of the best in MLS. I've got a feeling Griezmann might go to LAFC in January. Atletico Madrid have already bought his replacement. They bought Sorloth and Alvarez. Yeah, I thought he was going to go this summer, but apparently it was something with the league. They didn't. The league refused to help pay his salary, so that's why he didn't come. They didn't want to pay 20 million, so maybe they'll get it worked out in the wintertime. But that was the hang up. The league, they agreed to terms with him. The league wouldn't approve paying his salary. So I don't know about you guys, but this has been like a pretty quick 40 minutes. Like it's hard to Peck. Oh, Peck, he's cooking. He's starting to heat up. This has been a pretty quick 40 minutes. I mean, we're almost at the half. This went by pretty quickly. Ooh. Gabriel Peck will be the MLS record transfer fee. He will break the record. He will break Miguel Almiron's record to Newcastle. I believe it. I think he's going to do it. We haven't seen a lot of players like Peck in this league. Oh, off the post, Giroud, his first goal. Oh, what a save by McCarthy. Oh my God, dude. See how close that was? Giroud almost has first goal off the post. And then an excellent rebound save by John McCarthy. Oh my God. I'm awake now. I don't know about you guys. Oh my God. Saved by the woodwork. Good save though by John McCarthy on Denis Bounaga. Wow. Jesus Christ. The LA Galaxy are bleeding bad, man. The back four is just so bad liability. John McCarthy on a damn island. The Crew are definitely going to dominate for a long time. Depends on if their coach stays. He might leave. Might get a better offer, might go to Europe. Let me see what the bench is for the Galaxy. Wouldn't be surprised to see. I think we'll see Brugman probably come in the second half, maybe for Royce, or maybe see Royce go to the wing. We'll probably see Brugman in the second half, maybe even Marky Delgado. I think Carlos Garces is the young Colombian center back they signed. He apparently had a really good game. I know he had an injury. They've been trying to integrate him in. I would honestly think about putting him in for Yoshida at the half. I think Yoshida is beyond cooked. I think he's done. Man, as a Milan fan, it was so bittersweet watching Drew play against us from the stands last week. Yeah, I bet it would be. He had a good run at Milan, and I thought honestly he would be able to carry that over here, but he's struggled since he's been at LAFC. That was a golden opportunity for him to score that goal, and just off the woodwork. Are these goals relegation or what? Oh, relegation. Okay, I think you meant regulation. Um, Giroud with his Happy Gilmore impression. Royce is just absent this half, not getting that presence felt. Yeah, I think the LAFC is good at they're doing a good job neutralizing Peck and Puig and Royce. They're playing pretty good so far, taking it away from them. Marco Royce has gotten a lot of touches though. They're trying to get him involved. Oh, dude, there's too many guys just standing around, man. They're ball watching. Like no one's getting in there trying to get the ball. On that deflection, there's like two guys just like staring up, not doing anything. Like what the hell are they doing? Less than 3 minutes left in the first half, plus added time. LAFC up 2-0 on the LA Galaxy. Not a good showing by the Galaxy in the first half. Had a couple chances, but weren't able to finish them. LAFC could easily be up 3-0 right now, maybe more. Oh, Puig with the shot. Low and deflected. Is Audi hurt right now? I noticed Nelson was starting. Is Audi? Does he have like a leg injury or something right now? That kind of rings a bell. I'm not 100% sure. Think I might remember hearing something about that. Obviously, something's got to be wrong with him for Nelson to be starting in his place. Oh. At halftime, we're going to have Nick Chastain of the Voices in Black and Gold join us to give us his first half reaction for LAFC. Should be interesting. Obviously, he's going to be super excited about what he's seen in the first half. Ugh. Mickey Amane and Marco Royce on the same page there. Oh, what a pass by Puig. Deflected out of bounds. That was a good pass by Riqui Puig to Marco Royce. Deflect out of bounds for a corner. God, what a beautiful pass. Jovic is wide open. Good slide tackle. Couldn't see who it was. Good slide. Good clearance. Might have been Aaron Longer or Lewis O'Brien. I couldn't really tell. Rio. God, that was a terrible pass, Rio. What are you doing, man? Who would you say is the most underrated team in the league currently and why? Oh, that's a good question. Who is the most underrated team? I thought it was RSL, honestly, but they've just kind of had a bad run. And the reason why I say RSL is because they're a small market. A lot of people kind of count them out. Chicho Rongo was absolutely killing it. Andres Gomez was killing it. A lot of players that most people didn't know about. They were just playing really good collectively. Pablo Mastroeni is obviously a manager who has been fired before with the Colorado Rapids. He got his redemption story with the RSL. I want to say them, but also I think that Colorado has to be in contention too because a lot of people didn't really expect them to be. Oh my God, what a terrible pass by Nelson. Jesus. I would say it's a close one between RSL and Colorado, honestly. That's my two. Greg Vanney has to step it up. It's his last year as coach. Is he out of contract after this year? I mean, I feel like if they make the playoffs, he's guaranteed to come back next year. He'll probably get a new deal. I think Greg Vanney definitely has his deficiencies as a manager. I think he's okay. He was decent at Toronto, but I mean, I don't know if he's necessarily good in today's MLS. All the lights in the stands, everybody's got their phones out. All the LAFC fans got their phones out. Oh, no foul. Riqui Puig, an open play. Oh, was that a foul on Ilie? Yeah, it looks like it was. Ooh, that's interesting. A yellow card for Ilie. Interesting. Why is our league's defense so bad? Because they want you to see goals. They believe scoring is good for ratings, so they promote goal scoring by having bad defenses and obviously I mean, the salary cap obviously affects it too, but they want goals. They believe that goals are entertaining. I always think that it's best to have goals earned, not given. But they kind of put these defenses in bad spots, in jeopardy, and the attacking all the money spent on attacking talent. So interesting. Diego Fagundez is taking the free kick. 5 minutes of stoppage time, by the way. What the hell was that? I honestly wonder if Yoshida will be starting by the end of the season. There's 6 games left. Maybe they have 5 games left after this. He has been he's been very hit or miss. Which team has the best defense in MLS? Columbus? Yeah, I think so for sure. Columbus definitely has the best defense. So it makes them so lethal. Their attack Cucho Hernandez is like a top 5 player in the league. Diego Rossi's probably a top 15 player in the league. Their attacking talent is above average, very good, not the best in the league, but what really helps them out is their defense is very, very good. So they don't concede a lot of goals. Very tough team to beat. And Schulte is a very good goalkeeper. And Nazi's obviously a great coach. It doesn't hurt, right? Charlotte's D is great. Oh, on goal shot from Marco Royce, saved by Hugo Lloris. Was that shot by or was that shot by I'm sorry, that was Gabriel Peck. They're just pouring the attack. Yeah, they tried though. They had some stuff in the iron. Okay, we're officially at halftime. It is 2-0 LAFC, 2-0 LAFC on top LA Galaxy. Would be the first loss LA Galaxy has suffered at home this season. LAFC obviously playing very well. Battle for the first place in the Western Conference. Not ideal first half for the LA Galaxy. Will be interesting to see what adjustments Greg Vanney makes at the half. How would you guys rate that first half by the LA Galaxy and LAFC? Are you surprised? Not shocked? How would you grade the first half by each of these LA teams? I'd probably give LAFC an A minus in the first half, and I'd probably give the LA Galaxy a C in the first half. If I had to give grades on the teams in the first 45 minutes. LAFC could have been up 3-0. LA Galaxy had a couple chances, but they just weren't able to connect. They weren't able to finish. LAFC has done a very good job neutralizing the LA Galaxy's best players, Puig, Joveljic, Peck, Marco Royce, and they're winning 2-0. Looks like they're in pole position to not only sweep the LA Galaxy for the first time in the existence of this rivalry, but also in pole position to take first place in the Western Conference. I think MLS Cup final will be between LAFC attack and Columbus defense. Well, we all know how that usually goes. LAFC struggles to beat the Columbus Crew because it seems Wilfred Nancy knows exactly how to beat this team. Houston plays very organized. Yeah, Houston, They've been up and down. I just don't think they have the horses for this race. I don't think they got the pieces to really compete for an MLS Cup. I think only a few teams have the true talent and depth to win MLS Cup. I don't think Houston Dynamo is one of those teams. Mr. says LAFC 8 out of 10, LA Galaxy 5 out of 10 so far. Yeah, I'd have to agree with that. I'd maybe have LAFC a little higher, maybe a 9 out of 10 because they scored 2 goals and they have done a good job neutralizing the LA Galaxy. I do agree. LA Galaxy's been probably a 5 out of 10 so far. How can Giroud get more involved? I feel like he is being a ghost other than that one play. Yeah, they need to integrate more crosses to him. Maybe we'll see Bouanga and Matty Bogu switch sides so Matty can whip in, the left-footed crosses and see Bouanga whip in some right-footed crosses. So we'll see Bouanga go to the right wing and see Matty Bogusz go to the left wing and try to get him maybe more involved with some headers. That's what I would say. Oh, we got Nick from the Voices of the Black and Gold coming in here to give us his first half analysis. Nick, what's going on, my friend? How's it going?
What's going on, man?
So, I don't know. Is this a good start for LAFC so far? I don't know, man. Is it?
I mean, it's pretty much what I was telling you yesterday, right? Like LAFC is going to come in. We took over the stadium as we expected. Thousands of LAFC fans showed up there. The 3252 is so loud. We're just drowning them out, right? And this is exactly what we're doing on the pitch also. LAFC looks fantastic. Tillman looks great. Bouanga looks great. Bogusz looks great. We still need to get Giroud involved. He is not getting involved. You can see the frustration on his face. Defense is playing lights out, and then we have our star at the goal, and this shows why we've let J-Mac go and why we brought in Hugo. It's turned out to be the right decision for LAFC. He looks like the stud that he is. World-class goalie at goal for us, and LAFC is playing lights out right now. So I said a 3-1 on my show. I believe I said a 3-1 on your show. At this point, it could be a 3-0. Great way to shut it out the whole series with the shutout in their stadium would be absolutely awesome, man.
So you're not going to say anything positive about LA Galaxy. I understand. So
not
even
in a little bit.
It's not even in your sleep, right? Not even in your sleep.
No. It smells like poo down there in Carson. So we want nothing to do with that place.
I can't confirm nor deny that. I've never been in Cali before, so I can't confirm nor deny. But I'll say this: my 3 takeaways from this game, right? First thing, like you said, defense is playing lights out. They are closing guys down, neutralizing the Galaxy's players. Peck, Puig, Joveljic, Royce, they're clamping down on them. They're not being able to do much. Lights out, like you said, playing great D. Number 2, Olivier Giroud can't get that burden off his back. He hasn't been able to find the back of the net. So close off the woodwork, man. So close. It almost feels like bad luck at this point, right? It almost feels like bad luck, man. And then number 3, I just think that the attack, Denis Bounaga, I said he had to show up, Nick. I said Denis Bounaga had to show up in this game. This is a big game. He has to make an appearance. He has to do something. And I would say he has through the first 45 minutes of this match.
Yeah, he has absolutely looked fantastic. And listen, we don't even have Kike on the bench, bro, right? It felt like Giroud was going to get that hit. It hits the inside of the bar. Pops out. It would have been a great goal for him to get. It would have been a fantastic type of situation. I would have loved to seen it. And I'm sure he wants to get there, but it's just not clicking up right now. Carlos Vela comes in. I think we're able to get that cross in over there. But with Kike not being on the bench, it sort of tells a little bit of a tale, doesn't it? It might seem like we're letting Kike go to have Vela come in. I'm not saying exactly that's what happened because we do know that Kike played for the Uruguayan national team recently. So hopefully that's more of what it is, but it's a little weird that he's not even on the bench. But the guys that we have in there right now look fantastic. O'Brien, fits perfect with this crew, by the way, suiting real well into his role in the midfield. And I think he just looks absolutely fantastic. And then you got to remember, we don't have Palencia in there today because he had accumulation. So, missing some key guys, but the guys that are in there now have stepped up, have really stepped up. And, it's El Tráfico. Anything can happen. So, we have a whole nother half. That was the first half. And so I'm ready to see what happens. But I expect LAFC to come out blazing. And, personally, I'd like to see 2 more, but I expect it for sure 1 more goal.
Well, I think that's what separates them from a lot of other teams, Nick, is that they have key people who either are on the bench or not playing, and it's work as usual, right? No,
Yeah.
not even skipping a beat. And like you said about O'Brien, my guy, I've been high on him. I told you that when they signed him that I thought he was really good, very good player at DC United. They just couldn't afford to buy him. But yeah, man, he's as advertised, right? He just fits right in, hasn't skipped a beat. Integrate as a cog in the machine. And hey, that just makes this team even scarier, especially. And I know a lot of LAFC fans would probably agree. I think you would agree yourself. Atuesta hasn't lived up to expectations or even close to what he was when he first played here.
No, he definitely is a different player. And, there's talk about that too. But we're going to keep this on a high note because we're winning in El Tráfico right now. And we're about to sweep it. So let's just we'll keep that stuff for on a different day and talk about what that is all about. But I'm about to get back in there, finish watching the game. Will, I appreciate you having me on, man. What'd I say? 3-1, right? So let's just take that 1 away and get a shutout at Carson and go home with those 3 points. And, still have 2 games in hand. That makes us the ones in the West to beat, baby. Let's go. LA is always going to be black and gold. And if you want any black and gold content, you come on down to Voices of the Black and Gold, where I'm your host with my fellow guys, Celso and Eric. And, Will likes to stop by there. So, hey, come and see us.
I'm always stopping by. Hey, before you leave, if they win this game, like you said, the first sweep in history in this series for either team. So if that happens, make sure you go check out the Voices of Black and Gold on Monday nights because they're going to be talking about how crazy that is to be the first one to do that in the team's history. So yes, make sure you subscribe. Go check out the Voices of Black and Gold. Nick, I appreciate it, my friend, as always.
Having me,
Thank you. Hey, thanks for stopping by, my friend.
Hey,
have a good night.
Anytime. All right, brother. Later.
That was Nick of the Voices in Black and Gold. He hosts a podcast with Celso and Eric. In my opinion, it's the best podcast, LAFC podcast that there is. So make sure you guys go check them out, subscribe to their channel, follow them on Twitter. Should be an interesting game or episode on Monday if LAFC is able to pull off the sweep this year. LAFC banner is unreal. All that money and 1 cup to show for it. I mean, they definitely should have more trophies than what they do. But I mean, they have been the best team in the league the last couple years, and the Columbus Crew is starting to creep up and take that title from them. But if we're talking the last 3 years, LAFC has been the best team in the league. You could argue they've been the best team since they came in the league. They got 2 supporter shields. I think they got 2 supporter shields. Obviously, they got an MLS Cup. Went to a CONCACAF Champions League final. They played in 2 CONCACAF Champions League finals. So mad. Original Black and Gold is Columbus. Hey, listen, that's an organic rivalry. That's something that's definitely brewing between the 2 clubs. That's definitely that's an organic rivalry that's forming just because these 2 teams keep facing each other in these big games, MLS Cup and then Leagues Cup final. And then obviously there was the Wilfred Nancy, Steve Cherundolo, who would be the USMNT manager. Would it be one of them? kind of battling for that job. So let's see. Sorry, I'm just replying to this text right now. Just give me 1 sec. Should we have a few minutes until we're back in the second half? Be interesting to see what adjustments they make in the second half. See if Steve Shrundle or if Greg Vanney comes out and makes any changes in the second half for LA Galaxy to try to reignite this team and see if they can they'll be able to come back down 2-0 at the half. What do you think is going on with Kike Oliveira? I think that Kike honestly is probably a little upset that his deal fell through with Toluca. I think he wanted to leave because he was going to get a payday. He's going to get more money. He was going to, it's going to be a better opportunity in his life. And I think when a deal falls through, it can kind of screw things up. And obviously, Carlos Vela coming back. You got Bogusz. You got Bounaga. Complicates things. So I'm not exactly sure if he's going to play again. I mean, he played for Uruguay recently. It's up in the air right now. I honestly would expect him to play again this year, but it's not for it's not a certainty. I think the second half's about to start up. Sean McCarthy stretching in front of goal. We're only one subscriber away from 4,200 subs. So if you haven't subscribed already, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Like this video down below. It helps the algorithm. We're trying to grow the audience as big as we can. Share with a friend. El Tráfico game has been very exciting so far. Also, make sure you hit the little bell notification so you never miss any of my videos. The live streams are going to start ramping up. I might be doing 2 or 3 of these a week. Just depends on what happens. But I think I'm definitely going to at least do 2 a week, probably one that's MLS oriented. And then I'm going to try to do, especially when the playoffs start, we're going to be doing live streams like crazy when the playoff starts. We're definitely going to be doing several live streams when the MLS Cup playoff starts. And at least like probably 2 or 3 a week. I'll try to do some solo by myself. I'll probably have my buddy Daniel Solana come over and do some more live streams with me. He's normally my live stream partner. We did a lot of Leagues Cup games, did the CONCACAF Champions League. He's currently in Uruguay right now. We'll probably get him back involved. Might have a couple other people swing by. What were the adjustments? Let me look at the starting 11, see if there's anything different. Looks like he's rolling with the same starting 11. Surprising, honestly. No change on either side. That's a surprise. I think they definitely need to do something. Need to get Peck more involved. LAFC, like I said, has done a very good job of neutralizing Gabriel Peck tonight. Done a good job neutralizing every player, to be honest with you. Got to get Gabriel Peck more involved. Bad giveaway by Gabriel Peck. LAFC is just doing a really good job of clogging the lane. There's not a lot of openings. Oh, Joveljic needs to get more involved too. Joveljic, they really need Joveljic to start doing something, creating, getting, not necessarily creating chances, but just getting on the end of the chances. He was so lethal in the beginning of the season until he got hurt. If Joveljic was playing like he was at the beginning of the season, this team would be insane. Injuries have absolutely killed this team. Looks like it was a foul on Segura. Says that the LA Galaxy have a 2% chance winning this game, 88% chance. Oh. That's a good opportunity. Larice looks like he lost control of the ball after saving it. Mickey Yamane kicks out of bounds. Riqui Puig hasn't been doing much the last 3 games against LAFC. He's been terrible the last 3 games against LAFC. The last game he had that was good against LAFC was the 2023 4th of July game, in my opinion. That was the last game he had that I thought that was any good. I think this is actually his 4th game in a row that's been bad. Is that foul on Peck? Oh, yellow card for Gabriel Peck, foul on Omar Campos. Now, the LA Galaxy need to try to replicate what LAFC has done, try to neutralize Denis Bounaga. I said at the beginning of the game, Denis Bounaga was going to be an X factor player. I thought he was going to be the main piece on if they were able to win this match. And so far, Denis Bounaga was, in my opinion, the best player on the pitch in the first half. They need to neutralize him, try to take him out of the game. Because when Denis Bounaga doesn't play good for LAFC, they really struggle and they normally lose. It looked like Campos might have been a little bit offside. Let me look at the Golden Boot race too right now. I'm curious about that. Last I checked, so Benteke had 18 goals. Oh, Pat close. Let me see if Benteke had a goal tonight. Okay, so Benteke had a goal. So I think Benteke is technically at 19 goals now. Arango has been hurt. He's at 17. Luis Suarez is at 17 now as well. Denis Bounaga is at 17 as well. And Messi is at 14 goals, if I'm not mistaken. So it's going to be a battle between Messi, Musa, Bouanga, Suarez, and Benteke. I think Benteke pretty much has the Golden Boot race locked up at this point. He's got 19 goals through 29 matches. He'll probably hit the 20-goal mark. It was close last year. Last year's Golden Boot race was kind of weird. There wasn't a lot of players that were really in contention for there was a lot of goal players that were kind of like right below the 20-goal mark. It was a really weird year for goal scoring. I think Denis Bounaga ended up getting 20, but he was the only goal scorer with 20 plus goals last year. I think there might be a couple this year. Hell, if Messi plays the rest of the season, he might end up getting 20 goals, which is crazy because he's only played 13 games. He's got 5 games left. I think Messi could score 6 goals in 5 games. He scored 2 goals tonight. I think he could definitely do it. So the Golden Boot race is definitely something to watch out. Now, the interesting question, too, would love to see what you guys think about this. Who is your MLS MVP this season? Who do you have winning the MLS MVP thus far? Someone was saying if Inter Miami wins the Supporters Shield and Messi ends up being the Golden Boot leader on the team, would Messi be the MVP? And I just think Messi's missed way too many games this year to be MVP. I think if you miss half the games, it's like it should automatically be disqualifying to win MVP, in my opinion. I would love to know who you guys think is the MVP of the MLS season thus far. Would you have Benteke? Would you have Luis Suarez? Would you have Cucho Hernandez? Who would you have as the MLS MVP in 2024 at this moment? I think I would probably have to have Luis Suarez. Oh, nice turn by Joveljic with the turn. 2-1 LA Galaxy score. Joveljic with a beautiful turn. Beautiful turn by Joveljic. Wow. Wow. Joveljic scores. It's 2-1. LAFC still on top of the LA Galaxy. Joveljic pulls one back with a beautiful turn. Left side of the goal. What a goal. Wow. Man, Segura just got cooked. Oh my God. Joveljic just absolutely cooked Segura. Segura just got absolutely cooked. Holy hell. That was crazy. Well, this has gotten a lot of interest. This has gotten very interesting in the second half. 2-1. LAFC still on top, but the LA Galaxy pull one back. You can never count one of these teams out in this rivalry. LA Galaxy came back from a 3-0 deficit in 2018, the first game these two teams ever played. 2-0 is nothing. Easy to come back. Joveljic is getting more involved. This is going to go right down to the wire. This is anyone's game. Keep in mind, just 3 minutes ago, they gave the LA Galaxy a 2% chance of winning this match. 2%. Oh, Serena with the banger. 2-2. Oh my God. Serena with the banger. Holy shit. Oh my God, this game is crazy. Oh my God. This game is wild. Oh my God. Oh my God, pull one back, Cerrillo. Oh my God, what a banger by Cerrillo. No goalkeeper in the world saving this. Hugo Lloris, full stretch, could not save it. Oh my God, this has turned out to be a great game. What a game. Like I said, you can never count any of these teams out. Excuse me, I'm just excited. This is a crazy game, 2-2. You can never count these teams out. Either one of them. I don't care what the score is, 2-0, 3-0, 3-1. You can never count these teams out. You can never count these teams out. I saw Aston Villa come back from a 2-0, excuse me, down earlier against Everton. Yeah, John Durand, you see him, Chicago Fire alum with the absolute banger. Cerrillo just gave him a run for his money when it comes to banger goals. That was incredible. Holy shit, this is a great game. Oh, seems like things are opening up for the Galaxy right now. Looks like LAFC are kind of sleepwalking. Don't know exactly what's going on here. Man, what a game. How are we feeling now? 2-2. A lot of people thought LAFC were left the LA Galaxy for dead. The game was over. It was 2-2. People thought the Galaxy, there's no chance. They had a 2% chance to win this game. 2% chance to win this game 5 minutes ago. Pull 1-2 back in the second half. Now it's anybody's game. LA Galaxy back from the dead. Jovic with a great turn the goal, and Cerrillo with the absolute banger outside the box. What a damn game this has turned out to be. LAFC are going to need Denis Bounaga and Olivier Giroud to step up in the second half to help them if they want any chance to win this game. I'm going to go on a limb here. I don't think this game ends up in a draw. I think someone will win this game tonight, excuse me. I do not think this is going to be a draw. Guys, if you haven't already, make sure you like the show. Share with a friend. This is going to be a nail biter towards the end. We got 30 plus minutes of game left. This is going to be an interesting finish. So make sure you share with a friend. Grow the audience as much as we can. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We're one subscriber away from 4,200 on the channel. So make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that little bell notification so you never miss any of my streams, watch alongs, breaking news, reactions to things. Make sure you hit that little bell notification. Man, this might be if they did lose this game, this would have to be in Steve Cherundolo's all-time choke jobs. This would have to be a top 5 choke job by Steve Cherundolo if they were to lose this game. Marco Reus and Gabriel Peck standing over the ball for the free kick. Who will end up taking it? I'm going to bet that Marco Reus will end up taking it, but okay, yeah, Marco Reus is taking the free kick. Is he gonna whip it in? Is he gonna cross it, or is he gonna shoot it? Oh, he's doing the reverse, Messi. He actually skewed the ball further back than scooting it closer. The reverse Messi free kick. 2-0 is never a safe lead. Hell no, especially in MLS, it's not. MLS rivalry games, 2-0 is not safe. I don't even think 3-0 is safe, honestly. All right, Marco Reus with the free kick. Ooh, deflected. Deflected by the wall. Marco Reus, free kick. Have you guys ever watched a bad El Tráfico match? Now, obviously, if your team loses, for sure, it sucks, right? But from an entertainment perspective, have you ever watched a bad El Tráfico match? These games are always bangers. Always bangers. God, this game is insane. Just sharing that Cerrillo goal because it was probably the best goal I've seen this week. Peck down the flank, wide open. Ooh, good block by Segura. Yeah, it just looks like LAFC's just sleepwalking in the second half, man. I mean, giving up 2 goals in the second half in the first 10 minutes is insane. LAFC has all the, or excuse me, LA Galaxy have all the momentum right now. LA Galaxy have all the momentum. This is their game to lose. Back from the miserable Atlanta match. Yeah, I saw that looked like Hani Mukhtar was cooking them pretty bad. Hopefully next year they'll be able to turn things around and when they get a new manager in there, right? I think Valentine's the manager right now, the interim. When they get a new manager, it'd be interesting to see what they do. Maybe they'll hire either Vieira, maybe hire Brian Schmetzer if he ends up leaving Seattle at the end of the season. Maybe they'll hire him. A lot of options. It does suck though when you throw the towel in halfway through the year, and then you're just kind of waiting around for the next season with an interim manager who's clearly not going to be back next year. But you still sign players, right? I've never liked signing players without the new manager in. You're getting players that could potentially not fit his system, not get along, players he just doesn't like. So just a really weird situation. Also, you got back just right in time. Ooh, a little too high for Giroud. You got back right in time, man. This game's getting crazy. 2-2. El Tráfico, game 3 of the season for the first place in the Western Conference. Peck is so damn fast. Hugo Lloris clears the ball. Good clearance by Hugo Lloris. Tell us who halves though, right? I gave the LA Galaxy a C in the first half. I gave LAFC an A minus, and it's like a complete switch now. I'd probably give LAFC a D plus this half, and I'd give LA Galaxy probably an A so far this half. Just a complete flip. And Kit says Riqui Puig score a goal, please. Yeah, I mean that'd be icing on the cake, right? I don't think Puig has been bad tonight. I think he's starting to pick it up. He was bad in the first half. I think he's really starting to open up in the second half. Ooh. LA Galaxy are threatening. It looks like LAFC's wounded right now. They're vulnerable. This is not good. Bro, if you're an LAFC fan or the LAFC right now, this is not good. Momentum has swung, the pendulum has swung, and you are playing wounded right now. Absolutely wounded. Zeta says 3-3. It'd be an interesting finish. I don't think this is going to end in a draw. I think we're going to get a winner tonight. Even if it's 4-3, I think someone's going to win tonight. Momentum's a hell of a thing, by the way. It'd be interesting to see what kind of adjustments Steve Shrundle makes, who he takes out, who he puts in. Who are you supporting, brother? Nobody. I just want a good game. This has been a great game. I'm enjoying myself. I don't care who wins at the end of the day. I'm just enjoying it. I think it's a good match. It's been entertaining. I'm having a great time. I could care less who wins this match. I just wanted to see a good game, and they've already delivered on that. This game's insane. This has been the best game this season. This has been the best El Tráfico match this season. according to your production, I'm sure you mean my prediction, which team will win this match and will Riqui Puig score a goal or not in this match? I don't know who's going to win. LA Galaxy definitely have the momentum right now. I don't know if Riqui Puig will score. Maybe he will. It's momentum's a hell of a thing. The LA Galaxy definitely have the momentum in the second half. They scored 2 goals after being down 2-0. Dan Puig is talking mad, he's talking smack to Olivier Giroud, screaming at him. Riqui Puig is a fiery guy. You gotta love the passion. Okay. So Puig and Giroud make up. Riqui Puig's been a hell of a signing for LA Galaxy and MLS since he came in 2022. Hard to believe this is his 3rd season already. Absolutely hard to believe. Ooh, bad pass by Puig, but salvageable by Marco Reus. Oh, what a pass to Marco Reus from. Oh! Who scored that? Was it Joveljic? Oh my God. LA Galaxy up 3-2. Holy shit. Man, is this not, are you guys not losing your mind right now? They were down 2-0. They're up 3-2 now. I don't know who scored that goal. It was a cluster inside the box. It was a cluster. Oh my God. Are you guys not losing your mind right now? This is crazy. This is one of the best games I've watched in a while. This is the best El Tráfico match I have watched in a long time. This game is on crack. This game is on absolute crack right now. Okay, so Joveljic did score that. So that was an assist by Riqui Puig to Joveljic. Was that a back heel flick? Yeah, it was. It was a flick by Joveljic. Man, this game is insane. Is this game of the year? Is this game of the year right now? Down 2-0 at the half, 3-2 LA Galaxy. I told you guys someone's going to win this game. I don't think it's going to end a draw. I wouldn't say it's over yet. It's definitely not over. Things can swing, but my God, what an absolute collapse by LAFC at this point. Steve Shrundle has got to make some subs here very, very soon. Very, very soon. El Tráfico is always a banger. Best rivalry in MLS and most entertaining rivalry in MLS. Guys, we're at 33 watchers right now. Make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. One away from 4,200. Also share with a friend. This is going to be a crazy finale. The more the merrier. 3-2 LA Galaxy over LAFC. What a comeback. Share this with your friends. Let's grow the audience. Let's finish this game together. This is going to be a hell of a finish, and this is going to be a legendary, absolute one for the history books finish. Honestly, this is going to be down 2-0, now up 3-2. Who the hell knows how this is going to end? I'm guessing Ankit needs to hit on their parlay. How do I watch this for free? I think it might be free on Apple TV. I'm not 100% sure about that. Best El Tráfico since Zlatan's debut. I think it might be. This is absolutely insane right now. Absolutely insane right now. Crazy things tend to happen in El Tráfico. They do. This has not missed. I thought this game needed to be more talked about. They weren't promoting it enough. You have 2 teams at the top of the Western Conference battling it out for first place. The biggest rivalry in MLS. LAFC potentially sweeping them. They just had a lot of storylines on this game heading in, and this needed to be talked about. I knew this game would not disappoint. This has been the best El Tráfico match this season by far. No questions asked. Might be the second best in its history. Robert Cardoza says, let's go Galaxy. You got to remember, it's our Tráfico. Okay. Who just got the yellow? Was Aaron Long? Ooh, looks like LAFC is starting to collapse a little bit. Wow. It's going to be a hell of a finish. 20 minutes left. Tough foul on Riqui Puig. Are you not entertained? Let me try this. I gotta soundboard. I haven't used any of these things. See if we can hear that. Hell of a game. Ilie Sanchez out. Olivier Giroud out. Kai Kamara coming in. Maxime Chanot coming in. I don't know how that's going to work out. It'll be interesting to see if they can maybe give a little momentum to this game, a little boost. Olivier Giroud has been very disappointing so far for LAFC, honestly. Very disappointing for LAFC. Hasn't been able to score, close off the woodwork tonight. Hasn't really made much of a difference. They really needed him to step up tonight to win this game. I mean, they were up 2-0, and Denis Bounaga has disappeared. Denis Bounaga has disappeared in the second half for LAFC. Today is El Clasico. That's why. Good match to showcase MLS. Should have been advertised more and shown on FS1. The story of MLS's life, it should have been on, honestly, Fox. It should have been probably at like 8 o'clock tonight. A decent primetime game. But also you have to realize they're also competing with college football right now. So it's a little different. It's tough. El Tráfico never misses. It's sad that it's not on national television. Yeah, but the only problem is it's kind of hard for it to be on national television just because of all the college football going on right now. Definitely would have probably hurt viewership. Fox actually does a good job advertising El Tráfico many times. Apple should have let Fox take it. Apple has not done a good job promoting MLS, to be honest with you. They've actually been very disappointing when it comes to promoting Major League Soccer. In my opinion, I think they've been very disappointing. I'm now convinced someone told Toronto this was a cup final, right? Yeah, there's a lot at stake. Hey, Steve, listen, you have to win this game or you're not going to finish first place. You have to win this game or you're not going to finish first place. And you also have to, if you win this game, you will close out the LA Galaxy and beat them. Oh, what a pass. Another clearance by Lloris. You will sweep the LA Galaxy for the first time in the history of either of these teams. And that probably scared him. How are we feeling right now? I don't know if is there any LAFC fans in the chat right now? How are you feeling? LA Galaxy fans, how are you feeling? Just regular chat viewers, how are you feeling about this game so far? Oh, Jalen Neal. Oh, shit. Denis Bounaga grabbing Jalen Neal's jersey. What the hell? What the hell was that? Dang, that's crazy. Get a picture of this real quick and we'll post it. Wow. Get a little chippy. Emotions are running high right now after this collapse. I mean, this would be an utter collapse by LAFC if they lost this game. Less than 15 minutes left, plus added time to this match. Best rivalry in MLS. Best rivalry in MLS. Not even close. If I'm not mistaken, coming into this game, it was perfectly even between both of these teams. I think they both had 9 wins. LA Galaxy and LAFC both had 9 wins against each other. And then there's 5 draws, if I'm not mistaken. 9, 18, 23. Yeah, I think this is the 24th match in their history. So it was 9 wins for each club and then 4 draws or 5 draws for each club. So whoever wins this match will be breaking the tiebreaker in the series of El Tráfico. No, Apple's marketing has been pretty bad by Apple marketing standards, but also keep in mind that they neglect advertising their Apple TV platform as well, and they actually have quality on there. Yeah, they do a piss poor job. They need to promote this more. They need to help them out. Miguel Berry's coming in. Ooh. You're right, Will, and Apple are marketing geniuses, yet I've yet to see any MLS Apple commercials. Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, they could change this thing overnight if they really wanted to. They really could. Like you said, they're marketing geniuses. They could do more than what they're doing. So MLS is having to do a lot of the grunt work themselves to get this thing promoted. And MLS is terrible at promoting games, promoting these things. They're terrible. They've always been terrible. They don't do a good enough job promoting their product. I hate that I can't watch MLS games on TV no more. Well, hey, listen, Apple TV is like super cheap right now. Maybe they'll drop the price next year and make it more affordable. Ooh, bad challenge by O'Brien on Mickey Yamane. Looks like he'll probably get a yellow. It's been a very good game. Mister, it's like, what, 5 o'clock in the morning where you're at? That's crazy you're saying that. But hey, MLS should appreciate you watching this match across the pond. And thank God this is an entertaining game, right? This is a crazy game. I don't know if this is as good as that Aston Villa. He got a red. Lewis O'Brien with the red. So LAFC down to 10 men. Wow. Down a goal and down a guy now. Down a man. That's crazy. I love this rivalry. This is an awesome game. Jeffrey Barber. Yeah, it's been a great game. This has been a tale of 2 halves, though. LAFC dominated the first half. LA Galaxy was sleepwalking. And yeah, that's definitely right. Studs up right in the ankle. And then LA Galaxy, Jesus, could have broke his ankle. LA Galaxy has been absolutely killing it in the second half. LAFC has been just sleep. They just been, I don't know what the hell they've done. They fallen asleep behind the wheel. Absolute collapse by LAFC in the second half. Over under 5.5 goals. I'll take the over on that. Lord Barry hat trick incoming. That'd be interesting. If ever there's something that will give a team more belief, it's going from 2-0 or 0-2 to 3-2. Yeah, I agree, 100%. The momentum's all in LA Galaxy's favor right now, 100%. It's at home. Haven't lost a game at home. They're up 3-2. Scored 3 goals in the second half. Haven't conceded a goal in the second half. And now LAFC's down a man. That's a super dangerous tackle. Yeah, it was. It was a very reckless tackle. Could have broke his ankle. Could have broke his leg. Did you see that post? Can't remember which league it was, but the guy he had a slide tackle he had a slide tackle, his studs up right into the guy's shin and snapped his leg in half. I shared it on Twitter the other day. It was disgusting. Crazy. Could have easily happened. I was going to go to bed at 2-0, then the Galaxy scored. Hey man, they keeping you up, right? Mister, they don't want you having any sleep tonight. They want you to be on pure adrenaline. Royce goal would be cherry on the icing right now. Yeah. Could happen. I don't know. Would Royce be the cherry on top? Or would a Riqui Puig goal be the cherry on top, because Riqui Puig hasn't scored in this rivalry since last July 4th. Some local sports broadcasters like Fox Sports South back then they were really good at advertising Atlanta United. Well, that's why on MLS season pass. Yeah. Yeah, the local broadcasts were pretty good at advertising the games, I think. They were pretty good at doing that. D Live says it was a second division Liga MX, second division of Liga MX. That was brutal. That was a terrible, terrible leg injury. I don't know if you guys saw that. It's pretty tough to look at. Lord, I got sick of seeing the picture no sleep. I can see the Galaxy getting a fourth. I think they could get a fourth. I think that's momentum is definitely in the LA Galaxy's favor right now, scoring 3 unanswered goals in the second half. LAFC down a man. I'm curious what LAFC fans are going to think about this. Who are they going to blame? Because the first half was flawless. Tactically, defensively, scoring, it was flawless for the LAFC, and they just absolutely collapsed in the second half. Absolute collapse in the second half. Guys, make sure you like the stream if you haven't already, and subscribe to the channel if you are new. LAFC down 3-2 to LA Galaxy, and also down a man. Lewis O'Brien with the red card on Mickey Yamane. Slide tackle, studs up into the ankle, could have broken his ankle. Entertaining finish to the third game of the season of El Tráfico, third installment for the first place in the Western Conference. Jeffrey Barber says, will Sherlundolo go to Atlanta United? I don't think so. I think they'll either hire Patrick Vieira or Brian Schmetzer. Although they did hire a coaching search firm to help them out, which is crazy because Garth Lagerwey has been in this league for 20 plus years. He knows the league like the back of his hand. The fact that he needs to hire a search firm to hire a coach is kind of embarrassing. But he's never hired a coach before. Blame the guy that told Sherlundolo that it was a cup final. Yeah, right. Steve, there's history at stake tonight. The first sweep in the history of this rivalry in a season. LA Galaxy haven't lost a game at home. There's a lot riding on this game. That's how you promote, or that's how you can almost guarantee a choke job. Oh, Barry a little high. Flag was up though, offside. Less than 6 minutes left of this game. El Tráfico, are you guys not fired up? Who is going to win this game? Less than 6 minutes plus stoppage time. Who is going to win this match? It looks like the LA Galaxy have got LAFC's number. Keep in mind, when they were down 2-0 at the beginning of the second half, it said the LA Galaxy had a 2% chance of winning this match. 2% chance of winning this match after the half, at the beginning of the second half. They said the LA Galaxy had a 2% chance to win this match, had a 5% chance, or actually, let's see. I'm trying to think what the math was, doing math on the spot. They had a 10% chance of a draw, and then LAFC had an 80. Riqui Puig! Game over. 4-2. Riqui Puig. Wow. Riqui Puig with the goal. 4-2. LA Galaxy over LAFC. What an utter and complete collapse by LAFC tonight. Riqui Puig with the cherry on top. What a complete and utter collapse by LAFC in the second half. What a complete and utter collapse by LAFC in the second half. My God. Jesus. Goal Galaxy, Riqui Puig, icing on the cake. Second half rating so far for LA Galaxy, 9 out of 10. LAFC, 1 out of 10. I would give LA Galaxy a 10 out of 10. 4 goals in the second half. Not conceding a goal to LAFC in the second half. I give LA Galaxy a 10 out of 10 in the second half. I give LAFC, like you said, a 1 out of 10 in this half because they were up 2-0 and they absolutely squandered this match. This scoreline is crazy considering no paint till tonight. Yep. Fifth. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe they do score fifth and can hit his parlay. Yeah. And someone asked me earlier in the show, 5.5 over under. And I said over. I just felt like, I mean, they might score fifth. Who knows? Denis Bounaga came out of the game looking pretty upset. What an utter collapse. Less than 3 minutes left in regular time plus added time or stoppage time. Crazy. Eli Lesser is probably passed out right now. Yeah, he's a friend of mine. He's probably celebrating. He's very excited, I bet, for this game. He might be there tonight. Is he at the game? I didn't see if he posted anything if he was there tonight. What a second half by LAFC or LA Galaxy. What a second half. What a second half. Brugman coming in the 88th minute. Wow, what a crazy game. I look, I thought LA Galaxy could come back. I didn't expect them to blow the doors off of LAFC in the second half. 4-2. What an absolute blowout in the second half. Crazy comeback by LA Galaxy in the second half at home. Looks like they will continue their unbeaten record in Dignity Health Sports Park. If this result holds up, they're up 4-2 right now. 89th minute plus stoppage time. Probably will have 4 minutes stoppage time if I had to guess. Could be wrong. Hell, they might add 7 or 8 minutes just to make it even crazier. Would you put it past MLS? Would you put it past MLS to have some crazy ass stoppage time? For LAFC, this type of collapse that can linger for quite some time. I personally have said this. I don't think Steve Cherundolo is that guy. I don't think he's that guy. I don't think Steve Cherundolo is that guy. I think Steve Cherundolo is a mediocre coach with a great team, and his team has bailed him out. And you see his deficiencies in big games. I think Steve Cherundolo is a mediocre coach on a great team. I've said that. I'll continue to say that. I think he's very overrated. I sure as hell don't think he's a top 5 coach in MLS like some people think. I definitely don't think that. Oh, now they're just having fun. See, look at 9 minutes of stoppage time. 9 minutes. I told you there was going to be some shenanigans. 9 minutes of stoppage time in this game. Are you kidding me? 9 minutes. Exhausting. 2 hours on the stream. 2 hours and 10 minutes, excuse me, and 9 more minutes of stoppage time. We move on. We keep going. Can LAFC pull two back to tie it up, at least get a draw in this El Tráfico third installment of the 2024 season? Oh, close. Oh, a little wide. Palencia, a little wide. Very close. Most likely he's a season ticket holder, hoping for a Royce goal now. 9 minutes is great. Nobody wants this game to end. Maybe us on the East Coast, dude. It's 12:35 12:35 Eastern Standard Time. It's been a long day. It's going down to the wire. Less than 7 or a little over 7 minutes left in stoppage time. Can the Galaxy pull another one back? Can they get 5? I agree, Will. Shrundalo isn't a good coach. He got lucky getting a job with one of the best squads in the league. Yeah, he did. I mean, if you have a good team, it can get you, can bail you out a lot of times, Mister. Like, if he was coaching a mid-table team in MLS, they'd be terrible. They wouldn't be very good. Like, I believe almost any coach in MLS could coach this LAFC team and do decent with them. If they had a good coach, I don't think anybody could beat them. Like, if Wilfred Nancy was the manager of LAFC, how many championships do you think they would win? If they had a quality coach like Wilfred Nancy or Tata Martino at LAFC, how many championships would they win? Looks like LAFC is just trying to, or LA Galaxy are trying to pour it on LAFC at this point. Trying to pull back that 5th goal. 4-2 LA Galaxy over LAFC. LAFC down to 10 men. Momentum has completely shifted in the second half. Total and utter collapse by LAFC. And I think 3 people deserve blame in the second half for LAFC's collapse. I think Steve Shrundle has to be number 1. I think Denis Bounaga has to be number 2. Because Denis Bounaga had a great first half and completely disappeared and made boneheaded decisions in the second half. And I think number 3, you have to blame Olivier Giroud. Olivier Giroud has not scored a goal for LAFC. He has been missing in the final third. They can't get him involved. And you have to have a player who can do things for you and score goals and set players up, especially when they're a designated player. If Nancy was the coach of LAFC, they would have won several titles by now. Yeah, they would have won a Champions League. They would have won a couple titles, Supporters Shield, MLS, probably MLS record for points. They'd have several records. Less than 4 minutes of stoppage time left. LA Galaxy win this match. They will all but certain be the first seed in the Western Conference playoffs going into the playoffs this year. And they will have home field advantage home field advantage throughout the entire playoffs. And they haven't lost a game at home this year. So that's a hell of a thing for them. Dignity Health Sports Park has been a fortress for the LA Galaxy this year. As an LA Galaxy fan, I am shocked, but it's still too early. I mean, Kenny, let's be honest, man. I mean, there's less than There's a little over 3 minutes left. They're up 4-2. I mean, it would have to be, and LAFC's down a man. It would have to be the craziest thing we've ever seen in MLS history for them to come back at this point. Now they're just playing keep away, possession ball, try not to turn the ball over, run out the clock. LA Galaxy try to. They're not even trying to score at this point. It's pretty much a certainty this game is over. LA Galaxy up 4-2 over LAFC with less than 3 minutes left in stoppage time. Very impressive win by the LA Galaxy. Very impressive. I want to know, who do you guys think, who do you have as your man of the match? Who is the man of the match for the LA Galaxy tonight? Want to know, comment down below and let me know who your guys' man of the match is for the third installment of El Tráfico this season. Who won it for him? Who would you give it to? There's a lot of players that had good second halves. I probably would give it to, I want to say Joveljic, because I feel like he was the one who really got this thing started in the second half. But then Riqui Puig has been pulling strings and been having an incredible second half. It's close. It's close. I don't know if this happens without that Joveljic goal. You should bring that guy, the voice of the black and gold guy, back in. Yeah, I don't think Nick's gonna come back in here tonight. Ron Swatson says Joveljic is his man of the match. Is it Abhishek? Abhishek says Puig is his, of course. As a Galaxy fan, my man of the match is Steve Cherundolo. You can make an argument for that. Less than 1 minute away and stop till the game is over, and 1 minute left of stoppage time. I was going to say either Joveljic or Puig. It's a tough one. I'd probably give the nod to Joveljic, because without that goal, who knows if they would have been able to put that momentum together. I'd give the slight edge to Joveljic, but they probably would give it to Puig because this is his first good game against LAFC in a while, in over a year. So they would probably give it to Puig. Is that the final whistle? Final whistle. LA Galaxy beat LAFC 4-2. They don't sweep in the El Tráfico this season. It's 2-1. LA Galaxy in pole position to win the Western Conference and be at the top of the table with 55 points. Incredible win. Great being able to prevail after being down 2-0 at the half to score 4 unanswered in the second half. What a hell of a match by the LA Galaxy to win this. And they were in pole position to be the first place. What an absolute choke job by Steve Cherundolo and Denis Bounaga and Olivier Giroud having bad games. It's just embarrassing. They should have been able to hold on to this, or at the very minimum, got a draw out of this. Like I said, 2% chance LA Galaxy would win this match after the half when they were down 2-0. So crazy collapse by LAFC. I appreciate you guys stopping by and watching with me. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And until next time, guys, I will see you all soon.